Hi, this is Em from Unique Phoenix, and this is What's Wednesday. So grab your cuppa, let's sit down and talk about being yourself. What does that mean? People say, just be yourself. And, for a long time, I thought I am being myself. But I still didn't like the outcomes that were happening in my life. I still wasn't loving the relationships that I was in. So what the fuck does it mean? Well, there's a couple of things and ways that you can tell when you're being yourself. There is a contentment within you and around you when you're being yourself and you're feeling good for who you are, making choices that feel really great for you, and you're making choices that aren't necessarily based on lots of other people around you. Maybe a few are considered. You're going to have you're going to have an inner tribe that you will consider. However, when you're making choices, they're going to feel really good to you. And that's really what being yourself is, just being comfortable within your own body and allowing your soul to lead and to enjoy your life and to experience it in a way that doesn't cause you too much harm, too much suffering, and, really creates a lot of enjoyment in your life. How do you get to that? Well, for me, there's definitely a couple of things I had to give up. The first one was expectations. I started with expectations of other people because, I'll be honest, I didn't really understand that I actually had a shit ton of expectations on myself. So I started in the external world and just started to have a look at the expectations I had on other people. Expectations are the mother of all relationship fuck-ups. They really are. When you expect something from someone or expect them to be a particular way or to do a particular thing, relationships are not going to be able to be successful and feel great. And when I say successful, that's, based on my own little version there. They're, not particularly going to feel loving and trusted, and, the respect is going to be a little bit, not where you quite want it to be. Perhaps there'll be a little compassion, not a lot, but a little compassion. Expectations really strip away the magnificence that relationships can bring into your life, the beauty, the warmth, the love. And because there's a certain amount of control with expectation. So I had to let go of those. And as I said, I did it by letting go of what I expected from other people first. And then I started to have a look at the expectations of myself. And that's when relationships really changed for me. And that's when becoming and being myself, not becoming, I was always myself, but being myself really became a lot simpler. So the next part is, and before I get to that, as a transformation coach, that's something that I absolutely will help you move through. I've needed to move through it in my life. And when you are showing up as yourself, there's a confidence that will come with that. And whatever form and space and time and state you show up in, you'll be able to feel confident in being yourself in that moment. Whether it's what you consider your best or your worst, there is definitely a confidence that comes with it. Now, the other thing I had to give up was other people's opinions. Now, again, this is really tough because other people's opinions just doesn't refer to the people that you've got in your immediate life. It's, what I found was what I was reading, what I was watching, ads, shows that I was putting into my brain and my being, there's a lot of opinion-based stuff in those. And so for me, I had to let go of all of that. Now, I don't think I've watched the news in, I couldn't tell you how many years, it's over 20 years now. And there's a lot of TV shows I've started to move away more and more, because as much as I wasn't listening to my immediate world, I would take in people's thoughts, and, if they had something to say or offer something to me, then absolutely I would listen. However, what I did with it was my own. So I wasn't taking on their opinions anymore. Now, again, I started with the external world. I started, trying to just drag out other people's opinions, and which has taken a lot of work, actually. I had to cut off a lot of that media stuff and a lot of TV, and just become really aware of what I was watching as well. To know TV shows, there was no real truth in them about relationships. There was no real honesty about them, because really they're just to sell you an idea. So I had to sort of wade through all of that everything comes with a bit of an opinion. And then I had to look within. And I had to start having a look at how much I was giving my opinion to other people and the way that I did it. So, there's been some tough years in there while I've moved through all of that. But being myself never got so easy. I wasn't so worried about what other people thought. Definitely care about how people feel, but what they thought, I just couldn't give a shit. Just stopped caring. And but definitely care how they feel. And it's helped me look beyond sometimes the opinions that people are sharing, to see what it is underneath and how they're feeling and what's actually going on underneath that. So there are a couple of ways to have a look at in your life. How much are you soaking in information of others' opinions? And again, it talks about, watching TV and the shows that you're putting into your mind. And, is there awareness in there that none of this has any kind of truth to it? How much are you able to sift and sort all of that out? And also the expectations. What expectations do you have on others, and what do you have on yourself? And is there some letting go there? Because once you start to get underneath all of that, there's this amazing person waiting for you. And they're so cool and so fun and sometimes pretty serious. But you'll get to know yourself so much more when you can strip away all of that, because all of that isn't real. Expectations aren't real. Others' opinions aren't real, because we're only ever coming from the viewpoint from within us, and they're the stories that we tell. They're how we feel about ourselves. So what comes out of this hole in your face is really just based on a perspective that's going on within you. So there are a couple of ways to have a look at being yourself. Tough. Now, I am a transformation coach, and absolutely this is the work that we do together to move through this. The Freedom Matrix is 12 weeks of going beautifully deep within, and you being able to emerge on the other side of it, having the skills and a beautiful foundation to keep moving from, because change isn't going to happen in 12 weeks. It is going to take a lot longer than that, but you will have the foundation to move through the challenges that you've got right now and move into the space that you want to. It all begins with a soul conversation, and I will pop the link below of how to get in contact with me, or you can simply message me through the business page, Unique Phoenix, Be You Feel Good on Facebook, and we can have a chat. And it's a way to get to know me to get to know you, and let's see if we can get you to where you want to be. I know I can. Thanks so much for sharing your beautiful time and your beautiful space with me. Enjoy your day, and I look forward to seeing you again. Enjoy your cuppa. Bye for now.